Hello everyone, I'm back with another video, and in today's video we have a MacBook Pro. This one is an A1398 model, Intel iCore 7 CPU 2013 model. And in this video I'm going to take you on a step-by-step how you can repair the riser for the CPU heatsink. And people say, oh, I opened and one of the risers are broken. In this case we have the same issue. Our client bought this one because it was overheating, and we checked that one of the riser legs were broken. So I'm going to take you on a step-by-step how you can fix it easily and really and do a good job out of it. First thing first, we're going to remove the bottom cover. We're going to grab ourselves a good screwdriver set. We're going to be using a P5 screwdriver bit, and we're going to remove all the screws on the bottom cover, except, remember, not all of them are the same. These two at the back, they are really different than the rest because the threads on these screws, they go all the way to the end of the screw, unlike the other ones that they have a little riser stop before. So keep the corner back, mid backs, I mean, in one separate pile, and go ahead and remove the rest and keep them in a different pile. Also, if you guys like my videos, if you find my videos helpful and helping you guys out, you can support the channel by clicking the like and subscribe. I'll greatly appreciate it. It helps and motivates me to make more videos, take requests, and answer your questions in the comment area. I appreciate that. All right, now that we remove all the screws, we are going to remove the bottom cover. We're going to lift it up. And we can see right over here that one of the risers, it is broken right in here. It is broken and is detached from the board. That's why you get not uneven pressure, and you get a higher temperature. And the fans is being crazy. So we're gonna fix that really easy. First thing first, we wanna disconnect the battery by pulling this cover triggers up. We're gonna grab ourselves a solder iron. I'm gonna use a flat solder iron or just this type of solder iron. I'm using a TS100. And we are going to connect it. It works with a 12 volt up to 24 volt. You can grab any solder iron you want, any cheap ones. And we're going to turn it on. I'm going to have a little stand for it right here. I'm going to let it. We're going to grab ourselves a little flux. You don't need to grab the whole big one. Any type of soldering flux will do. And a container to keep it there. And I have a little low melting solder paste in here, so I can mix it with the other one, so I can melt it easy, faster. It's an extra if you want to, but you not have to. All right, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna switch to a torque number 5. We're gonna remove the heatsink from here. First, we're gonna remove this screw on the right side here. This screw has a little riser on it. It's like lift up, and the flat screw on the other side. We're gonna remove the 4 screws in here, or remove 3 of them. You can't remove this one. If you rotate, it will just keep spinning. So remove the screws that you can remove in here, and lift up this rubber. This rubber is broken, so I'm just gonna lift it up from here. I can see the thermal paste in there. Let's go ahead and clean up the thermal paste. I'm gonna workshop now. I'm gonna use that. You don't have, I'll recommend you to repaste once you lift up the heatsink. Always try to repaste it. All right, now I can see the riser right over here, and that one is pretty much detached. So we're gonna grab a little pliers. So let me find my plier. That one is not there. Where are my pliers? All right, I can't find my plier, but this will do. So I'm just gonna hold it in there, and we're gonna detach this screw from here. There we go. So now we have this riser out. You can see this, it ripped apart from the solder joint right there. So what we're going to do first we're going to remove this one, and we're going to put a little flux right underneath, and we are going to grab a little low melting solder on the tip, and we are going to go over here and we're going to just mix it in there so it stays in there. So now that we have that one in there, just mix it a little bit in there because it stays. I'm going to grab a tweezers because I'm not going to put my finger in there. So you're going to grab it from here. You're going to put it right on top. What I'm going to do, I'm going to clean up the tip of this one. I don't have any solder on the tip. I'm going to clean that with a little sponge. Nice and clean. Now, what I'm holding it is straight down. I'm going to try to point it right in the center. I'm going to hold it in there until it heats up and it starts melting on the bottom. So hold it there for a few seconds, up to 20 seconds probably. Depending the surface contact of the used solder, you're gonna feel it once it starts melting the solder on the bottom. So let's wait for it to cool down. Once it's cooled down, and we make sure that it's nicely in place and it's not going anywhere. So we're gonna grab a little alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, or isopropyl 98% plus, and we're gonna clean all around it. And that thing is not going anywhere. So it's nicely soldered in place right there. Right now we're gonna turn off everything. So let's turn this one off and put it there. We're gonna grab our demo paste. You can clean up the heatsink and put a new paste. So you have that one in there. We're gonna grab the heatsink. We're gonna align it, and we are gonna drop it right over. Make sure this rubber fit. Everything has to stay on the other side. There we go. Now we're gonna put the 4 screws on the heatsink. Always cross screw them so that way the thermal paste evenly spreads all over the CPU. And there we go. It's nicely in place. It's nicely soldered, and it's not going anywhere. So once you're done with that, all you need to do is to grab the connector for the battery, push it down, grab this cover in here, put it right on top. And what we're gonna do, grab the bottom cover, place it over, and you can start using your, oh, forget, you need to put these tiny screws, one screw on the left side, and one screw, the one that with a little longer neck on the right side. And to finish it off, put the bottom cover right over. And remember the tiny screws, they go on the mid back, and the long screws, the rest of them, they go all over the place on the bottom cover. And again, it's very important. People always try to force the screws in right away. Put a little bit, few turns, and that's it. You don't need to tighten them up. First, place them on. I would recommend you to go cross screw them first. And then once they're all in position, and then you want to go ahead and start tightening them, the screws. Otherwise, in the plate does get shift over a little bit and you get an uneven screw holes. Again, I hope you guys like this video and helped you guys out. If you have any question or requests, feel free to leave them in a video comment. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Just gonna finish up putting up the bottom screws.